It's Monday night, and here we are, live with the Maverick Soul, Madhouse TV. I'd like to start the show with some prayers for the victims and their families in Colorado. What a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. So we send our prayers to give the families strength to get through this, because it's unimaginable. I mean, what's next? I mean, this world is really getting crazy, but we do want to extend our prayers to those families and the people there. I also, on a better note, I have to say, happy birthday tomorrow to my oldest grandson, Thomas, named after Wah. Happy birthday, Thomas. I love you. He's going to be 15 years old. I cannot believe. You talk about time flying by. Whew. Unbelievable. I was just 15. So happy birthday, Thomas. You're my man. I love you. I also want to thank very, very much Michelangelo for coming in last week and hosting the show with me with the Randy Pratt show. He was Michael is a great guy, and everybody that saw the show, you could see what kind of a guy he was. He's just a really great guy, very, very talented man. And Randy, we would again want to thank you, and also remind everybody, wait until next week, next Monday, when we go through the tour of the home. You are going to be blown out of your sneakers. I mean, we still are. Me and Tommy were talking about it last night. Actually, we had dinner with Randy and his wife last night, the six of us. And his wife, Terry, a beautiful, lovely person, and they're doing great things with this farm out east to help animals that are injured and, getting them healthy again. And they're just wonderful, wonderful people. So we thank them. And Randy, thank you very much. And listen, I'm telling you, if you're going to see a show, do not miss next Monday's show. Do not miss it. Okay? I also want to talk about this past Saturday, my band, the Vintage Revolution Band, which was known as Vital Signs, we had a big reunion show Saturday night. We had the owners of Madhouse TV come down as our special guests. I thought we blew the roof off the place. Romeo and Janine, the owners of the Blue Parrot, they were gracious and they were wonderful. And just to let everybody know too, Romeo, he's a real character, and he does a little thing every night at 6:30 on his page, the Blue Parrot page. He does a joke night, but he also tells you what's going on and talks about. He really helped our band, and he talked about Madhouse a lot too. So we're actually looking to do something with them in the place. I think Tom had a conversation with him about that. I also want to thank a lot of friends that made a long trip. I had some friends come from Boston for the show. It was great seeing you, Kathy. Thanks for coming. You guys, Billy Graham, all you guys. It was wonderful, and all my friends from around here. We had a great time. And more than anything, it was such a pleasure to play with my friends that we played 8 years together. We got to really let it go Saturday night, and it was great. It really felt really, really good. So that all went well. And just so you know, tomorrow night, we're going to be going to BB King's again, and we're going to be doing a backstage interview with Vince Martell from the Vanilla Fudge, which is now in a band called the Chocolate Fudge. So we're going to be at BB King's live, and that's going to be a good show. And Rickety, go see Rickety. If you're in New York City, go to BB King's tomorrow night. Rickety is opening for them. Phenomenal. You've seen them. Great. Teddy Rondinelli, Randy Pratt. I mean, a great band. And Vince Martell is the lead guitarist from one of my favorite bands of all times, the Vanilla Fudge, which is now the Chocolate Fudge, which you will see why when we interview them. And that's really that's just about all I got for the week. But tonight I have a special guest that came all the way in from Jersey. He has the #1 internet radio station on the Jersey Shore. His name is, we have 3 of them now, Rockin' Tommy from New Jersey, from the Jersey Shore. So we're going to be back. We're going to take a little commercial here, and we're going to come back. I'm going to introduce you to Tommy, and we're going to get the show underway. So hang in there, sit back, get tight, and you'll be all right. So we'll be right back.
I was nervous about selecting the perfect paving stones for our project.
There are so many choices, I didn't want to make a mistake.
After all, it is our home.
It had to be the most beautiful patio.
An exquisite driveway.
A stunning backyard oasis.
I chose Astro for the largest selection.
The best prices.
The magnificent displays.
The finest service and expert advice.
I chose
Astro.
Astro Masonry and Supply. Call 631-242-2567 or go to astromasonry.com.
Suffolk County Gold Refinery for the highest paid prices for your gold, diamonds, and jewelry with cash on the spot. Visit their showroom for unbelievable prices on fine jewelry and engagement rings. 71 Millbar Boulevard, Farmingdale. 631-777-CASH. Suffolk County Gold Refinery for the highest paid prices for your gold, diamonds, and jewelry with cash on the spot. Visit their showroom for unbelievable prices on fine jewelry and engagement rings. 71 Millbar Boulevard, Farmingdale. 631-777-CASH for the highest paid prices for your gold, diamonds, and jewelry with cash on the spot. Suffolk County Gold Refinery. 631-777-CASH.
We are back live at the Maverick Soul Hour with Tommy Maher. And I have a very special guest tonight. We have sitting right here from the Jersey Shore, Mr. Rockin' Tommy. Tom, how are you, buddy?
Yes, how are you? Thank you for the invite.
Thanks for making the trip. It
was a lovely, very lovely
it's
trip.
It's wonderful to come to Long Island, isn't it?
It's
across those bridges.
Well, if there was,
was it about $80 now?
No, I had to give them title to my car.
There you go. That's New York. Well, we certainly welcome you here. I've heard your show many, many times. I think what you do is really very, very cool there. But give us a basic. How did you get started? How did it get moving? And how did you get to where you are now?
All right. I started out about 2003, end of 2002. Started out on a little internet station in New Jersey. I went to a terrestrial station in Delaware for a while, and I wasn't happy, so I came back to internet because we had more, we could play what we wanted to play. There was nobody telling us what we had to play. So that was a big thing. I started out with the oldies, with the doo-wops, like the Crest and the classics and Johnny Maestro and this one and that one.
I got to just tell you one quick thing.
Go ahead.
Last week Michelangelo was here, and
yes.
he has his own website. He has, and I watched the video because I didn't believe him. I really did believe you, but he has a video of Johnny Maestro singing Led Zeppelin.
Wow. Okay. I never heard that.
I'll get you.
I'll give me a copy of that.
And I hate to interrupt you, but
no,
that's pretty
okay.
cool.
I'm
though.
used to that anyway. But
Are
anyway.
you doing the show with your wife?
Oh no. So it was like, then I have guests come on too back then.
Right.
Because it was just playing music top 40, and I said, well, why don't I, put something new to the station and get some guests. And I used to call up guests, and my first guest was Tommy Maher of the Duprees, one of the original members of the Duprees. Mm-hmm. He was my first guest, my live guest, and that was awesome because the Duprees were probably one of my favorite all-time groups from New Jersey. And I went to school with a gentleman called Richie Rosada. His name was Richie Rosada, and he sang lead after Joey Van for 20 years. He sang, yes, and Tommy Patillo came along. Right. Well, there was others in between. And I just loved the Duprees. And, of course, the Four Seasons, Frankie Valli. I was a big greaser back in the... Yeah. We all were, right?
I was a surfer.
Oh, you were a Beach Boy guy.
Yeah, I was actually.
My cousin was.
My first paycheck I bought. That was the first thing I bought. Was 3 Beach Boy albums.
Yeah, my cousin played in the band back called the Chessmen, and he was a Beach Boy.
I was a Ventures.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. I like it. I love the Ventures. Yeah, great instrumental group. And I met a lot of cool people, a lot of people that I never thought I would meet. Right. Doing what I'm doing. When I went and bought the records back at Two Guys from Harrison back days, I met these people as, right. I guess it was a dream. But I always been into music one way or another. I started learning how to play the guitar back when I was probably around 10 or 11. Had a garage band. Then I got married. Went into the service, and then all that went right out the window. So I didn't pursue that. So, but anyway, internet radio I liked it, because I had the freedom, and I loved music, and I can share what I loved. So,
you kind of have this format without being on camera.
Exactly the same thing that you do, I do, except it's people can't see me, and sometimes maybe they don't want to see me.
well, after tonight, you'll probably be massive protest to have you come on.
Oh, that's the Rockin' Tommy, right?
There he is, rocking away.
And then I ventured on to other things, because my music era, genre of music was not really the doo-wop. It was more Beatles, a Beatle and after,
The change.
Yeah, exactly. I grew up with the groups like the Buckinghams, the Grassroots.
It's kind of a drag.
Exactly. That was, and
I love the Buckinghams.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Actually, I think Godfrey, which was just on the show, was touring with them.
Matter of fact, he's going to be at the Paramount Theater. Godfrey, we're giving you a plug now. He's going to be at the Paramount Theater. They're going to have the 60s, and it's going to be, let's see, the Buckinghams, the Grassroots, Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees is going to be there, and a lot of other groups.
Well, he was on the show a few weeks ago, and he had a little break in between. Then he went to San Diego, and he was just saying how much he enjoyed touring with these guys, because they're beyond all that stuff now. They just want to go do their thing and have a cappuccino and go home. And
when we're talking about that, I want to I love him to death, and he left us now. Johnny Maestro was like that. He'd come in, do what he had to do, and he left. And it was all good. I mean, he was a sweetheart. Bring his wife to the show.
Yeah. Well, Johnny Maestro, he's done a million shows on Long Island, every park and every,
Johnny Maestro is Long Island.
Yeah, that's for sure. So how can let the people know where your station is and how they can get to you?
I'm located in Toms River, New Jersey, but I have a disc jockey all over the world. I have a disc jockey right here in Long Island. Mm-hmm. She's on Friday nights from 8 to 11.
What's her name?
Her name is BJ, Barbara. Her name is Barbara. And she lives in Baldwin. And she does called the Soul Shack, a show called the Soul Shack, and plays Motown, R&B.
Oh, cool. I love
and
Motown.
she does a great. Oh yeah, me too.
I did a Motown show by myself for 8 years.
Did?
Yeah, well, by myself.
Oh yeah, you got that voice. I saw
I used to
your
do the
videos.
high stuff. I used to do all the high stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hey there, lonely girl, and all that stuff.
Oh,
believe it or not. Now I'm doing Joe Cocker. So
little Kendrick too. Huh? Yeah, little. Joe Cocker.
I do love that though. I do.
Joe Cocker can't even do Joe Cocker anymore.
No, yes, he can. We just saw him not long ago.
He's good.
All right. I just want to stop us for a second. I just want to say I have a very good friend of mine. His name is Walter. He owns a studio where we rehearse in Farmingdale, New York. He's on 136 Allen Boulevard. Walter is the greatest guy to bands you'll ever see. I mean, he treats bands with such respect. It's such a pleasure to know. So, Walter, I just want to give you a shout out. Name of the studio is Phase 1 Studios in Farmingdale, 136 Allen Boulevard. And we're going to take a little commercial. We'll be back with Rockin' Tommy. Hang in there, baby. We got some good stuff coming.
Having problems practicing at home? Not enough space for everyone? Are neighbors giving you problems over sound levels? Then come down to Long Island's #1 music rehearsal studio complex today. Phase 1 in Farmingdale, New York is your place for band practice, open jams, auditions, and recording sessions. For over 25 years, Phase 1 has been the home of countless bands of all styles who develop their musical acts right here. Our highly affordable, state-of-the-art equipment, immaculate spaces, and professional service are always available to meet your musical needs. Phase 1's well-managed, soundproof studios guarantee the highest level of privacy, allowing you to explore your creativity with zero interruption. Are you ready to showcase? Then check out Phase 1's 1,500 square foot super soundstage, complete with all concert quality amps, drum sets, sound engineering, and professional lighting to accommodate you and all of your guests. So, whether you're ready to take your show on the road, or you just want to jam with your friends, then come on down to Phase 1 Sound Studios, where music begins.
Hi, this is Mickey B., the Prince of Rock and Roll. Join me for a special oldies show, Volume 2, Saturday, September 22nd, 7 p.m. at the Patchogue Theater, celebrating their 50th anniversary, starring the Duprees. The Brooklyn Reunion, Jimmy Gallagher and the Passions. Emil Stucchio and the Classics, The Mystics, Barbara Harris and the Toys, Larry Chance and the Earls, Still in Style, and Directions Limited. For tickets and information, call 516-822-9612, 516-822-9612, or MickeyB.com, sponsored by.
We are back with the Maverick Soul. Here he is right here. We have Mr. Rock and Tommy here from the Jersey Shore. He pumps out all the music for the Jersey Shore people. Tommy, it's not getting over to that house over there where those wackadoos are, huh?
Nah, but anybody really.
Because that's just thumping, right?
That's
just thumping and
yeah.
grinding and all that kind of stuff.
That's all that is.
That's not you. That's not
me.
not us. No, we don't allow that stuff.
No, we don't allow that.
So where basically is your
Toms River, New Jersey?
But where's your biggest I mean, the shore is where
listeners.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, no.
Really?
Just now it's picking up on the shore.
Mm-hmm.
And most of my listeners are from New York, England, the UK, Brazil, Spain, Ohio, the Midwest, California.
Wait till you see now. We're seen in 70 countries.
Oh, exactly.
70 countries.
That's awesome. This is a wonderful thing, right?
It's exploded.
It's exploded. And now we're on satellite. The station's on satellite in the UK, not New Jersey, not in the United States, and in Canada. And it's a wonderful thing. It's just a wonderful thing. We promote a lot of the indie artists. I mean, all over the world.
That's how, that was my intriguement to you, that you were doing that, because to me that is, I love you for doing that. And I know you've put a couple of my friends on there. I actually think you had Matt on there, right? And I think both of them, Greg,
Amber,
and Matt, and Amber Ferrari.
I saw her on, and I heard her song.
And we talked about it. You said you'd think it'd be all right, and I said she would love it. And she actually did make a post the other day how happy she was about that. And I said,
a lot of energy.
She is phenomenal. And by the way, I'm going to throw Amber a bone. Please, all of Amber's friends from Facebook, please send some money. She's about at 65%. She's got about 12 more days to get 100%. we got to get this woman over the threshold. She is phenomenal, and she's one of our own. So let's take care of Amber Ferrara. She is a phenomenal talent. I'm sorry, Tom.
Like the boss says, we take care of our own.
We do
right?
take care of our own. And
That's
she
it.
is what she was my first guest ever, and I promised her if I ever got the show,
Awesome
she'd be the
guest.
number one. And we'll have her back again now that we're warmed up here a little bit. You know.
And the other group you had, the Los Moors.
That's
Greg.
That's him, Greg.
Yeah, and they're fantastic.
And Matt and Amy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
They play their stuff.
They're out in the studio
online.
now. They're going to do a little jam thing later. I don't know what they're going to do.
And that's
but-
what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I
that's-
really respect that because, being someone that has played the bar scene for forever, I've met so many talented people that just never got a shot, and that you're giving these guys a shot is so cool. I hope that a lot of producers are watching your show, just like I hope a lot of producers are watching our show too, with the talent that we bring on too. Because, there's talent on Long Island here that is just. I can bring you to any bar and blow any of these singing contests away and all that. We even have one sitting right in a chair over there, Miss Evie Turner over there, phenomenal voice. The talent is. It's unbelievable, but it's sad that no one really gets a shot, and it's really cool that you are giving these guys a shot. It really is.
It's another outlet, like your show is an outlet for
Right.
these artists, these
Right.
up-and-coming artists,
Right.
I do play mainstream music. You have to
Yeah,
play
of
mainstream, but I play them a lot. It's just the way it is, And
I would think that would be fun for you, though, to be a part of that, and then to watch them grow. Watch something happen and say, I had something to do.
But
with
what's
that.
really cool? When a young artist, a young group, come to you and ask you for a little advice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just tell them, keep plugging away.
I just tell them I'm still playing boss at $20.
Exactly.
I
Don't
got no
give up.
advice for you.
This is your dream. Don't give
No,
up.
if it's
You know?
not in here, if you're doing it for the money, let's face it.
Yeah.
Everybody,
It's gotta be.
everybody. If someone comes up with a contract, it's cool. But
Once you lose it here, then
Right.
it's gone.
well, that's
It's-
why, people always ask me the name, the Maverick Soul. They're confused by it, but it's just that we're guys from the street. We're Mavericks. There's no question about it. I've been in construction in New York for 40 years. Believe me, I'm a Maverick. But the soul part isn't maybe what everybody thinks. It's just we're kind people, and we care about people, and people like you and me, and Tom, and everybody here, Evie, and everybody that has shows here. We're all trying to give somebody a leg up and give them a
Exactly.
shot.
And that's what it's all
That
about.
they would have never gotten.
Never. And it's what it is. You got all this outlet for these young, but like you didn't have back then.
Right.
You didn't have YouTube.
Right. But even so, like people say, well, what's the big deal? You can just go to YouTube, but you're not going to know the person to go to YouTube.
Oh no.
So
you're
this
not.
is the
Yes,
this is the
this is
stepping
the outlet.
stone
Yes,
for everybody.
Exactly.
Wow, that guy was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now I YouTube him.
Yes.
And this is what's good, and I really respect you for that. I
Well,
think
that's how I listened to your show and I found out about your guest, you
Yeah.
know, and then you ask questions. I like what I hear,
Yeah. Well, let's face it. We've all lived the life.
Exactly.
Some of us made it, and some of us are still playing in the bars. But you know what? We played Saturday night. I had so much fun. I can't even tell you.
Well, you're
You
playing
can't put
BB Kings now. That's a big.
No,
bar.
I'm not playing BB Kings. I'm doing interviews at BB Kings. I'm not playing BB King. Maybe someday. But right now, I'm doing interviews there. But I recently saw a picture of you at one of my favorite groups. Of all time, great love making music. The Stylistics.
Stylistics. That was back in 2007, I think. And
But now there's
that was
two.
Yes,
there's
there's
two,
two
right?
groups. Yeah.
Well, I've seen both of them, and
Yes.
I think they're still.
They're
you
awesome.
Like Westbury. We go to a lot of shows at Westbury, and we've seen the oldies show. These guys they are just so good.
Smooth.
Shy Lights.
Yes. The Manhattans.
Actually, that's the one I did with Pascali, Bill Pascali.
Oh, really?
What was that song? That big song. Whatever. I don't waste time. But Who's your favorite of all time artists? If I know that's an impossible question.
You know what?
But,
That's totally because.
all right, give me three.
Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons, probably, and.
Have you seen the show?
Oh.
Yeah. Is it that good?
No, Jersey Boys?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it.
Nah. I live it. What do I got to say? But Jay and the Americans, Brooklyn Boys, I love them. Love them to
I
death.
know Jay Black.
Yep. And let's see, the Duprees, love them to death. Vanilla Fudge,
Yeah. Well, they're going to be playing right over here on August 9th.
So many Tommy James. I mean, we could
Tommy
list those
James.
on
Tommy
and on
James
and
was
on.
actually touring with, I believe, the Vanilla Fudge. I think he was touring with them. He was opening up for them or something. And they was
Really?
like Bill Pascali was telling me. He says, the guy is still like crazy good. Really, really good.
Probably the coolest group that I ever got intimate with is the Rascals. It was
They're very good friends of mine. You've seen the pictures, right?
Yes, and
Gene Cornish has got to be one of the nicest people on the planet.
exactly.
And Sid Bernstein. You'll never meet a nicer person in the entire world.
No, you won't.
In the world. He is probably the kindest gentleman I've ever had the pleasure of meeting, sitting down, talking with, hanging with. He is unbelievable. And look at the people he brought. The Beatles. He brought the whole entire
Rolling
British
Stone.
invasion.
Everybody.
Hermit. See, people
Yes.
like the Hermits. They don't realize the Hermits were bigger than the Beatles.
Oh yes, they were. And Peter Noon is still
And
out
they don't
there.
realize that Led Zeppelin opened up for 8 months, I believe, for the Vanilla Fudge.
Vanilla Fudge, exactly.
And any
I
of
read
them,
that. Yeah.
Any of them, in any interview you'll ever see, they'll say the Vanilla Fudge are the ones that taught us how to tour and party and.
I
all
love
all
the
good
British
stuff.
invasion also.
Yeah.
It was more. Maybe the Beatles, but there was the Searchers were here before the Beatles.
Oh yeah.
I mean, way before the Beatles.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
British invasion was here, but it wasn't
Right.
called British invasion.
Well, it wasn't rock though.
No, it wasn't rock.
I think once the Stones came over and all those guys, everything changed drastically.
Exactly.
But
'cause Peter Noon is a nice.
Cream. I mean,
Forget about it.
it's still one of my favorites.
Exactly. Clapton is like.
Well, go see Godfrey.
Yeah.
You want to get as close to Clapton as you can get.
Exactly.
He
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
You're going to go see him, right?
I am. Saturday.
All right,
Yeah.
that's cool. And so pretty much you're into all different kinds of music.
Country, country
And
show.
you're playing everything?
Everything.
Yeah.
You name it, we play it. We don't play like it's like 7 days of different music. It's all different music. Everything is different. Different genres.
Right. That's
Country. I play 60s, 70s, and 80s, and a little, I do play a little Lady Gaga and stuff. She's great. She's phenomenal.
She's great. She's great. There's
And-
not many these days that are great.
Exactly.
But I do want to just cut you a second. We're going to go to commercial.
Okay.
This is like hanging out with my old buddy here.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the days. And,
Forget about it.
we'll be right back with the Jersey Shore guy over here, Mr. Rockin' Tommy. We'll be right back. Hang in there. Go ahead, go get yourself whatever you got to get, and we'll be right back.
This is Tom Mealy for 1-800-INJURY-LAW. For years, you've heard me talk about people injured in accidents, soft tissue fractures, sometimes even worse. I've made it very clear that you need to understand what happens to your body when in an accident, especially a soft tissue injury. Now, let me get something straight. Firms that try to duplicate my message don't stand up to the years of experience of this team. The bottom line, I am Tom Mealy, the voice you've heard for years, the guy associated with the team of attorneys fighting every day to get you the compensation you deserve. By calling 1-800-INJURY-LAW, I will continue to guarantee my undivided attention as well as the attention of the most talented team of attorneys here on Long Island. Now understand this, 1-800-INJURY-LAW, we're not a bunch of prima donnas. Accidents, they don't keep bankers' hours, and neither do we. It's simple. It's the Harrison Law Group. It's 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
I was nervous about selecting the perfect paving stones for our project.
There are so many choices, I didn't want to make a mistake.
After all, it is our home.
It had to be the most beautiful patio.
An exquisite driveway.
A stunning backyard oasis.
I chose Astro for the largest selection.
The best prices.
The magnificent displays.
The finest service and expert advice.
I chose
I chose
Astro.
Astro Masonry and Supply. Call 631-242-2567 or go to astromasonry.com.
Hi, this is Mickey B., the Prince of Rock and Roll. Join me for a special oldies show, Volume 2, Saturday, September 22nd, 7 p.m. at the Patchogue Theater, celebrating their 50th anniversary, starring the Duprees. The Brooklyn Reunion, Jimmy Gallagher and the Passions. Emil Stucco and the Classics, The Mystics, Barbara Harris and the Toys, Larry Chance and the Earls, Still in Style, and Directions Limited. For tickets and information, call 516-822-9612, 516-822-9612, or MickeyB.com, sponsored by.
We are back with the Maverick Soul. I hope you're enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the conversation. I have a man here he's like an encyclopedia with music, so I think it's great. I mean, I think what you're doing is really, really terrific. What is the actual like music scene in Jersey now? Does it vary from the Jersey Shore? I mean, I'm sure that's all hip hop kind of stuff.
No, it's not.
No,
it's
really?
not really not. And you would probably think so, but it's not. It's more all different kind of artists. A lot of Dylan, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, you would love it. Love it to death.
You have to invite me.
A lot. Come on down.
And Tommy and Vicky will come. And
Come on down.
Come.
Yeah.
We like to roll. We roll.
Love the Stone Pony.
We roll.
A lot of blues, Southern rock.
Oh God, that's us.
Yep.
Maybe we'll come to the show
Exactly.
on my birthday.
Yes.
Maybe I'll bring my band.
Oh yeah, we have a show that's going to be in Waretown, New Jersey, and it's August the 4th and August the 5th. Your birthday, of course. We will have a birthday cake for you.
No, I don't have any more. I'm done.
No,
I'm done.
Then
I
I'll eat it for you.
I'm not into
I'll
that
blow out the
stuff.
candles, and the special guest is Artemis Pyle from Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, he plays with a band here also. I'm sorry that I can't think of the name of the band, but they're a really, really great band, and Artemis plays with them. They're phenomenal. I just wish I could remember their name. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
So what do you think of the music today?
Today's music?
Yeah.
Awesome. It is.
You think so, really?
I like today's music. You know, well, everything has its good and bad. Even back then, it had good and bad. You know, it's like
it's a little manufactured to me. I mean, first.
Okay. You're talking about techno and tech. No.
I mean,
No.
Britney Spears. You know, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying it's not their voices. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I want to hear.
I want to hear a saxophone player. I want to see a saxophone player. God bless, rest his soul, Clarence Clemens. I want to hear people like that.
Street Survivors. That's the name of it. I got it. Street Survivors.
Okay, Artemis.
Thank you, Tommy.
Artemis Pyle plays with Street Survivors.
Yeah.
Yes.
With my friend Willie.
Now-
Willie is a phenomenal guitar player. Phenomenal and a great singer. too.
Artemis Pyle was the only surviving member of Leonard Skinner. You know, he was the drummer, right? So we let
Well, he's not
everybody.
the only one.
Well, he survived the plane crash.
No, a few of them did. No, a few of them are still with the band.
Oh yeah, with the band,
Yeah.
but
Not-
not everybody was in the plane.
No, well, these guys were.
Yeah.
The guy with the black hair, the
Yeah.
guitar player, he was in the band. And then the other guy was alive and then he died.
Died, yeah.
You know, but,
Shame. Great group.
Yeah.
Love it.
Party group.
Party group.
Yeah. Well, what I like is how versatile you are. Like that you're like me. I like all types of music. I just don't even. I mean, to me though, the music today, it just doesn't have that soul.
No.
You know, it just doesn't have that. You
You don't need a
feel it.
band anymore to go into the studio. Everything is.
Here's how big a recording studio
Exactly.
is now. They put
Exactly.
it like a pack of cigarettes in your pocket, and it's as good as a studio.
I want to hear a sax. I want to hear horns. I want to.
Well,
If
that's
it's a
why
violin,
live
I
music,
want.
People
Yes.
support live music in the
Exactly.
clubs. I mean, where can you go for $5? I mean, we played the other night, and I guarantee we played for 4.5 hours straight of the best classic rock music. Of like these guys were here, they loved it. I mean, it was phenomenal for $5. I mean, you want to go spend $700, $1,500 to see Madonna? Go ahead. What can I tell you? I mean, have fun.
And you don't see a band; you just see Madonna.
Well,
you don't see a band.
And even that might be an illusion. I don't know.
Exactly. Madonna, yeah, of course.
But so just to make sure, because we are getting close on time, I want to know where the people can listen to you. Where do you get your guests from? Where do you have? Do they come to you or?
I call. I'm a plugger. I am like totally.
But I bet you have a
motivated.
lot of unsigned groups trying to get to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. And believe me, I'll call. Yeah, I call anybody. I'll call anybody if I want them. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
yeah.
hey, you know, it's funny the responses you get. Like, I mean, like this interview that we're doing tomorrow. I'm interviewing one of my idols. I mean, the Vanilla Fudge was my favorite band by far, in 1967. I must have played that album 18,000 times, and I'll tell you, I've seen every show of theirs on Long Island. They're still one of my favorite bands. I think they are even better now. They're just incredible.
A young band came to me the other day. Not came to me, but was talking to me, and they're playing. They play Asbury Park. They play all original music, and they said, "How can we get somewhere else?" I said, "You got to play cover music."
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all there is to it.
People see, first of all, if you're playing original music on Long Island, I mean, there's probably 2 clubs that you can get in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because people want to go out. They want to hear things that they know. Because I know it as a musician. I mean, I'll give you one song an example. Like, I love Mountain. But my favorite Mountain song is Never in My Life, which I think is one of the hottest songs, rock and roll songs ever. But I notice when we play that song, everybody goes out and has a cigarette, which to me, though, it's better than Mississippi Queen or Yazga's Farm or any of that. But it's just one of the, you got to play what the people like. I mean,
Exactly.
you could slip in your stuff, your original stuff and everything in between, and it's great. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, if I give any advice to bands like that, I would say pick great covers, the ones that never go away. Don't pick obscure songs that you're going to do different and people still aren't even going to know what it is. And then slip your stuff in there in between. And that's how you start getting a little tickle here and there. And, you never know who's listening. So
You have to do those covers.
And
though.
call Tommy and get
call
on the
me.
show.
Get on
I
the
mean,
show, yeah.
how
We'll
would they
play
get a
those
hold of you?
original music. Well, I'm on Facebook. It's Facebook /Rockin', ROCKN Tommy. I also got a website, www.njkewl98.com. Cool.
Well, I want to tell you, I say meet him at Facebook because this guy is all over Facebook. I mean, he is all over Facebook. So all you young bands are in Jersey or within his reach, give him a holler. I'm sure he'd give you a shot because he's just that kind of guy. That's why he's here. So we're gonna do I got a couple of crazy friends of mine coming in here to do a little jamming for you. But I do want to thank Tommy. He made a very long trip over. Anybody that's driven to Long Island and rush hour knows what a joke it is to get here. So Tommy, I really can't thank you enough, and I hope maybe someday, maybe the Madhouse crew can come and visit your show.
Oh, you're welcome. Open door. And I just want to say one more thing. Just
absolutely.
All you indie artists out there, you local talent, keep plugging away. A door will open. And everybody is a star. If you wrote a song and you can sing it, you're a star already. And as long as you got one person that listen, you're a star.
And I'll add something to that because I think people on Facebook are sickened by people like me and probably by you that you're on there. But you know what the magic word is, guys? Promotion. See, if they don't know who you are, they'll never know who you are. So, Tommy, I can't thank you enough. It was a great show. We're going to go. I want you to hang out with me. We're going to listen to these guys, and we'll come back to Tommy after we're done, and we're going to bring in the two crazy ones. Oh, they're crazy. Matt, very talented friends of mine, Matt and Greg. So we're going to go to a commercial, and we'll be right back with some live music for you. Hang in there, guys, and hello to Orlando and Detroit. I don't hear anything. What's going on?
Having problems practicing at home? Not enough space for everyone? Are neighbors giving you problems over sound levels? Then come down to Long Island's #1 music rehearsal studio complex today. Phase 1 in Farmingdale, New York is your place for band practice, open jams, auditions, and recording sessions. For over 25 years, Phase 1 has been the home of countless bands of all styles who develop their musical acts right here. Our highly affordable, state-of-the-art equipment, immaculate spaces, and professional service are always available to meet your musical needs. Phase 1's well-managed, soundproof studios guarantee the highest level of privacy, allowing you to explore your creativity with zero interruption. Are you ready to showcase? Then check out Phase 1's 1,500 square foot super sound stage, complete with all concert quality amps, drum sets, sound engineering, and professional lighting to accommodate you and all of your guests. So, whether you're ready to take your show on the road, or you just want to jam with your friends, then come on down to Phase 1 Sound Studios, where music begins.
We are back live with the Maverick Soul. And I tell you what, I got a couple of my friends here tonight. They're from two different bands, but they're good friends. They're just going to do a little jamming for you. I had them actually, both of them on separately as guests on my show. And both bands, I believe you have on your show, right? He's played their music on his show. And let's see what we're going to have tonight with my boys, Matt and Greg. So, guys, don't do me wrong. Do me right.
We always do. Putting the pressure on. Okay, since DJ Tom.
We love you, baby. We love you.
Greg Charles from the Less Is More Band. Matt Levine from the Matt Laney Band. And this is for DJ Tom from the Jersey Shore. We're going to do a cool, baby. It's cool. Down on the boardwalk, there is make a ball and fix your hair real pretty. Night in Atlantic City. Every night in Atlantic City. Got a job, put my money away. Got the kind of debts no honest man can pay. You're out what I had from that central trust. All us two tickets on that bus. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Everything that dies someday comes back. You make up on and fix your hair real pretty. It's night in Atlantic City. It's night in Atlantic City. I love me the gold and I love me the gold. Forever I will stay. We're going where the sun turns to sand and gold. We're stocking on and I get cold. Everything that baby, that's the best. Everything that dies someday come back. You make the ball and make sure you're pretty. It's night in Atlantic City. It's night in Atlantic City. Yeah. All right, this is gonna be a little thing. We were talking downstairs. This is
You got to be quiet 1 minute there, Mr. Matt.
Sorry, big dude.
I'm only kidding. You see what I'm saying? I mean, these guys, they just jumped on here doing me a favor. They're great guys, and Matt is such a talented songwriter. And when he was on the show a couple of weeks ago, you know, we talked about that. He's doing this album, and he's just gathering a bunch of artists from Long Island, and he's allowing me to do 2 songs on the album. He's a great. I mean, I love this guy, and Greg, I love him, and Mary Beth, and all those people. They're wonderful, and I'm so proud to have them as my friends. So let's hear another song from them.
All right, this is what we could. Thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate that. I can't wait for you to do your tracks on the album. It's all about supporting Long Island music and supporting musicians, and that was a really great thing what DJ Tom said too. You know, if we make one person smile or touch the heart of one person, or you know, just somebody listens and laughs or likes, that's pretty much all it is. This is Songwriting 101. We're going to make up a song up right now. Okay?
What key we start?
We're starting in D. Here we go. Well, I ain't doing nothing, and I'm hanging round the house. No one there but you and me. I flip the Sometimes it isn't, and sometimes it should be all the things we want to be and never care what people think. That's why I turn on Madhouse TV. That's why I turn on Madhouse Okay, last verse, Bubba. This song is done. Don't think I can think of any more words to this song, but I can. But I'll tell you right now what tonight, and it's all for sure. Now I don't flip the switch, and I'm never aboard. But Long Island music, Long Island sound, is something I will always support. Down at Madhouse TV, sitting there with Tommy, Greg, Ricky, Connie, and even the other cameras and everybody singing and playing. That's all, baby. That's all I'm saying. Madhouse TV.
Now, can you see? You see what music does to people? Now, he just did that on his feet.
Right on the sperm of the
and made
mouth.
all these people happy. That's what it's all about. Music is just about making people happy or getting them out of a bad mood or something. So,
One more?
You're right. Let's let them do one more. Evie, why don't you join in with them? I'll even come over there and do something.
Want to come and do something? Here's a song I wrote about a girl I used to know. That's a total freaking lie. Baby, leave the light on if you want me inside. Baby, leave the light on if you want me to continue to ride. We can have solace, oh yeah, we can be free. Just remember, honey, leave that light on me. Hit that road like flash lightning. Oh, baby, sometimes it's frightening. We can be whatever we want. Wanna leave that light on. Wanna leave the light on me. Light on me. Say it, brother. Yeah, leave that light on me. Oh, 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 leave that light on me. Now my ship is going and I'm sailing on that deep sea. Right in the crest of a wave that'll bring you safely home to me. And all this on the sand feels so nice and warm. Leave that light on, baby, let me roll into your home. Hit that road like a flash of lightning. Oh, baby, sometimes it's frightening. We can be whatever we want. Gonna leave that light on. Gonna leave the light on me.
Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. I want to thank both Matt and Greg. Unbelievable. I want to thank my guest, Mr. Rockin' Tommy. Check him out on Facebook, and we're going to do a couple things together. I'd like to thank the whole crew, everybody back there. You've been wonderful once again, and I can't wait to see. Don't forget next week. I am telling you, do not miss next week's program of the tour of the house. You are going to be. Every musician has to watch this because you're going to go nuts. You're going to go absolutely nuts. So it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. It's the time. I got to put the hat. I want to thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, Tom.
And thanks for making the trip. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Everybody is. We are a very happy home here. So we'll have you back again, and we'll come over and we'll see you.
For sure. Definitely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time when I take the hat, and I'm waiting for my new music. So we're going to go on the trails. Goodbye, everybody. We love you all. Have a safe week. Say a prayer for the people in Colorado. And be at peace with yourself and enjoy some live music somewhere. We'll see you next week with the Maverick Soul Hour with Tommy Maher right here on Madhouse TV with the best in North America and maybe around the world. So we'll see you next Monday. Don't miss it. I'm telling you. And tomorrow night I'll be at BB King, so come down and see me.